Hello and welcome, and now for the next couple of weeks we're going to be looking at the demons of the gods and of chaos. There are 4 types of demon. There are the demons of each god, of course, which is Khorne, Nurgle, Slaanesh and Tzeentch. And finally there is the undivided demons. And there are several in that category too, and these aren't just demon princes either. And for a start we're going to look at a bloodthirster, a named bloodthirster, which is Skarbrand. Bloodthirsters are the greatest champions and demons of Khorne, and we'll talk about more of them tomorrow. Skarbrand, the Exiled one. No demon lord of Khorne has ever served the blood god more faithfully and shed blood more enthusiastically than Skarbrand. This bloodthirster led the greatest of Khorne's armies and slaughtered untold millions in the cause of carnage. Skarbrand left worlds desolated in his wake and ravaged the realms of the other gods with equal rage. It was utter dedication to destruction that proved to be Skarbrand's undoing. Tzeentch noted the powers of Khorne's favoured slaughterer, and the whisperer fueled Skarbrand's anger. With constant taunting, Tzeentch goaded Skarbrand into ever greater acts of bloodletting until Skarbrand was a burning figure of incandescent fury. So great did Skarbrand's rage grow, that when Khorne's attention was elsewhere, Skarbrand took up his axe and struck a blow against the blood god. Though powerful enough to have felled an army, Skarbrand's strike only opened a small chink in the armour of the blood god and attracted the desolate gaze of Khorne. Filled with an anger that made Skarbrand's own rage seem meek, Khorne snatched up the wayward bloodthirster in his clawed grip, bellowing damning curses. Khorne choked Skarbrand until all vestige of personality and thought had been driven out, leaving only the flaming ear that had powered the faithful axe stroke. Khorne dragged Skarbrand to the pinnacle of a brass citadel, held aloft the bloodthirster for all to see. As an example for those who dared the blood god's might, Khorne hurled Skarbrand across the realms of chaos. For 8 days and nights, Skarbrand blazed a trail of fiery destruction across the realms of the gods, leaving a scorched waste in his wake. As a rage-filled meteor, he plunged down, carving a great canyon with his landing, his rings torn to shreds by the force of the impact. Exiled and consumed by frustration, Skarbrand bellowed his wrath and set upon an eternity of slaughter that would dwarf all the bloodshed that had come before. Roused only by an anger spurred by his mindless betrayal, Skarbrand has become an incarnation of mindless wrath. His being executes anarchy and death, and where he treads, bloodshed and war follow. No loyalty or logic can defy Skarbrand's aura of destruction. No alliances bond against the bloodshed caused by Skarbrand. No cowardice survives the overwhelming need to slay inspired by Skarbrand. Driven by his gears of obliteration, Skarbrand and his 2 legendary demon axes have shed oceans of blood in the name of Khorne. It is all for nothing, as Khorne has no mercy in his heart, and the bloodthirster's exile is eternal in tortured banishment. Skarbrand serves his lord more wholly than ever. Now, I quite like that because it shows that even greater demons can be susceptible to other gods and their whisperings. As we told there, that Tzeentch was the one that tempted Skarbrand and taunted him and kind of pushed him to strike against Tzeentch's enemy, Khorne. And the fact that he actually opened a bit of the armor is quite impressive as well, even though it was a small chink. This is Khorne we're talking about, the mightiest of the war gods. And at the moment, the mightiest of all the chaos gods too. And he opened his armor. And then he was thrown clean across the sky, just whoosh, bang, straight into a meteor. All because of Tzeentch's shenanigans. And that would be how Tzeentch works too. We can see this is quite good. So in how Tzeentch would quite easily manipulate any of those to get the power he wants. And this includes demons. Though, like I said before, it's quite cool to see a demon himself being manipulated by Tzeentch and not a mortal. Which is quite cool, to be honest with you. And not only that, one of the major greater demons, which was a lieutenant of Khorne. And there are 8 of those, so someone must have taken Skarbrand's place. So that's a bit cheating with Khorne, that he actually has 9 massive greater demons, which are super powerful. Anyway, thank you for watching and listening. I hope you all have a great day and you're enjoying the hobby. I'll see you all tomorrow as we talk about bloodthirsters in general and more about the Chaos Demons and I'll see you all soon. Don't forget to ring that notification bell, share, like, subscribe, comment, all that other cool stuff. The links to Forbidden Planet and Element Games. Element Games, if you want to save 25% on your Warhammer, is down below, like always. And you have a great day. Hello and welcome. And now for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be looking at the demons of the gods and of chaos. There are 4 types of demon. There are the demons of each god, of course, which is Khorne, Nurgle, Slaanesh, and Tzinch. And finally, there is the undivided demons. And there are several in that category too. And these aren't just demon princes either. And for a start, we're going to look at a bloodthirster, a named bloodthirster, which is Skarbrand. Bloodthirsters are the greatest champions and demons of Khorne. And we'll talk about more of them tomorrow. Skarbrand, the Exiled one. No demon lord of Khorne has ever served the blood god more faithfully and shed blood more enthusiastically than Skarbrand. This bloodthirster led the greatest